What time is it? If you're on this channel and you're not, you know, you're familiar with it, you know what time it is. Jeez, I messed that up bad, but you gotta roll with it. Freestyling. Off the cuff. If then that ain't enough, yeah. This mix is really cool. It's number 5 in my little time capsule hip hop mix series. I'm at 9 of these mixes already, which is really, really cool. And I'm not really obsessed, but I find it really interesting just all the ways that these artists and lyricists do wordplay non-linearly or chronologically or anything about, that revolves around that tick to the talk with the hands going from here and over there and 360 degrees. And then if we take that, just the measurement of time and how it's interesting, and yeah, you see the zodiac and astrology on the cover of this one, which is just interesting in and of itself, and how us as a species has been observing the constellations for eons, right? And how that's shifted over time, and what kind of fallen time matrix that we're in with these metatronic reversals and distorted harmonics of the codes of creation type of thing. So it's interesting to see from the macro cosmic scale to the micro how we use time to kind of measure movements of the procession of the constellations and all that stuff. So there's some elements of that in this mix. I find it really cool. And yeah, 'tis the season, right? I remember making this mix back in 2017, which, by the way, this mix is still on my YouTube channel. You can check it out right now. But yeah, it's kind of buried. A lot of my work from 2012 to 2018, I'm missing half of my fucking catalog, straight up. So yeah, I'm just kind of playing this because I want to hear it myself, and I like giving more depth to these things, a little bit before and after I play the mix and all that. So yeah, some of these things get buried over time. This is why I like the concept of a time capsule. It's always there for reference. Folks just got to dig it up, right? Kind of how folks be digging through the crates for those, diamonds in the rough or whatever, right? So yeah, anything else I want to say about this, or should we just get it cracking? Really cool artists. Yeah, going back to when I made this back, it was around this time in 2017 or 16, I forget. But yeah, mixes like this take a long time to just slowly construct. And what do people say these days, especially if they're on Spotify? Oh, they're gonna curate their selected playlists and this and that. That ain't my steez. You could call it what you want with these semantics, but there is a curating attribute to how people construct any kind of music mix, regardless. But yeah, I put a lot of time and effort. I threw in a shitload of audio samples from, especially my beloved Manly P. Hall, and a bunch of cool conscious cuts from a lot of snippets. I mean, yeah, going back to all this wordplay and shit like that, and how things get sifted through the hourglass of time, sprinkling in with the cool type of rhyme. But anyways, I'll mention more later on, but yeah, let's get it cracking.
Time itself were winding down.
I was on my way to the center of the sun before I lost my wings. False prophecies and things as the pendulum swings.
Just like the morning paper, I'm on time like a metronome. Yo, Thuggy Fred, I thought the time machine. I have traveled back in time to help you decipher my future rhyme.
I'm the poetical poltergeist. I heist tracks from the past and return them to the present time in rhyme form.
Eyes are time machines, I spit the future.
A piece of history that they carried in their pocket with the time factor. Speed was the order of the day. With a delay, they were able to, what he would say. While
Turn timetables like turntables toward the future.
the drum pads are punching bags full of hourglass sand, which when struck, it extrapolates the past and future.
It's 11 years ahead of its time, so watch your mind clock.
Yo, physically, I move at a velocity that'll break your stopwatch if you clocking me.
Tiptoeing through space and time, I am unseen but still exist.
My sixth sense alerts me like a digital clock.
And synchronize the universal sundial to my watch. The syncopated clock wraps around my wrist. Who's telling time?
See you in a different place and time when the universe stars and planets align.
Disagree and let the teacher take you back in time. Once upon a time upon the earth.
Once, a very long time ago, they asked me the time of death, and I gave them the time of the flow.
Watching my Odyssey spin in the breeze.
In time.
Like this, in time, like this, like this.
Tell me how you create all midnight skies. Cause when I'm standing by you, all my time flies.
So I stole time and meditated in the darkness.
And warn your crowd, the current date's somewhat irrelevant. I can't see through this cloud. Wish I could say these bumps some evidence boogie to make you proud. Could have spawned 1,000 grand entrepreneurial bandadas, but these fathers bothered only to harbor pain in the nostrils. The sparkle in the iris fell to earth. Descension of the jackal hybrid over motors draped over the curve. Now from the sunniest of meadows to the bummiest of ghetto, every man bloodthirsty buzzard behind sweet hummingbird hellos, and it's portable mayhem that stems from every crevice and its burden, and it's the result of sheep refusing to be herded. Radio, television mixer, and chain gangs, the workarounds, war dance for carjacking bandwagons. And I preface my apologies with a buckle that latch up soldier, hoping your professors counteract your predecessors. I know my job and bully my heart into every token pause. I wish I had a penny for every word that I spoke and lost. Some cats never soak the right elixir, oblivious to the wild dogs procreate well beyond modern man's victors. And I'm done, I've just completed not 13 and sliding well. My neck fits to perfection, I've hung it inside my cell. It's in your hands now. Closed eyes, kick off school departing, leaving you this letter in this worldwide fucking mess. I'm sorry.
Therefore I was a man machine with chrome hands holding plans to expand the scene with eyes wide shut. I wasn't surprised to find this mind of mine behind the mask of time. Crushed glass altered the path on which bare feet would skate, foiling all attempts to escape hell. Through the sliced souls I left blood trails for land sharks to follow, easing the pain with capsules to swallow, resting on civilization's peak, tasting the climb, creating a ladder, attach it to weather patterns and climate, shatter the sunlight scattered in the night so the sky can't find it. How's that for a game of hide and seek? My body walks but my mind's asleep, so when I dream I think, therefore reality is surreal and destiny's a fantasy. Fate is an illusion when life becomes a canopy, where poems occupy catacombs on display for clones who fell prey to delay on microphones. And in each page of text my heart is sown, so when the seed is planted in domes the harvest alone is an interpretation of excellence, where pesticides abide to ward off the weeds from gardens of negligence. The sharpness of rhyme stabs pen till it bleeds, drenching the paper that clothes each body of souls. When the sun hides in the folds of the horizon, you'll notice 3 celestial silhouettes standing on the seas crying.
top of New York to Ohio, back to the Lower East Side to crop circles. And ciphers we recommended, the first ones to hurt you. You babbling, doggy paddling in a shark circle, and the outcome is about to become horrible, like the teachings of Hannibal Lecter. He taught me how to kill a man with just one lecture. But the times have changed and so have the seasons, and rhymes have changed and so have the reasons. This raps is ready to remove clouds from the sky's cleavage. If it ain't broken, you best leave it. Still a part of me that can't see it, but tries every single sunrise to retrieve it. Adam stepped on the scene, shortly the balance beam tipped, leaving time's bow tie ripped. Who said it's time to relax? It's time to react and don't get trapped in an endless cycle of minutes and seconds, running laps around you. Do you want to change time or let time change you? So we left a precious capsule, so in 100 years when you find this, you gotta rewind this. It's an evolving compliment, like we all came from fish, like we all came from fish.
We do not know what is in this being, but we know that it has come here, that it is partly developed, that it has some abilities and many debilities, that it seems to be going nowhere, but it is moving forever along the road of time.
Plane of mortal pain we rise, ridding ourselves of feeling shame is obsolete. Now is millions of liters of bloodshed, wasted emotion. I must admit these final minutes is lonesome on top. Look at my name, there's no end, least I claim a victim of imagination. Imagine a world filled with needless things where most cling to the artificial. I faintly recall remnants of your smile fall like snowfall between brain cells. All is clear, synapse. For you I shed 4 tears, shit symbolic. Disguise what I mean, then place it on thin blues. Destined to confuse, it's futile to choose the opposition's position. Oblivious to the natural order. Order is chaos, so we order your surrender. Simply stated, the hypocrite often evades. It's so unfortunate we was made to play these games. Time. There wasn't enough time to do all the nigga wanted to. Time. There wasn't enough time to be all the nigga could be. Time. There wasn't enough time to do all the nigga wanted to.
Just a few thoughts for your mind. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be
These final methods make the man utilize determination in whatever we facing. We roam like learned sages through each season in Greek natural fluctuation with anticipation. Momentarily absent-minded during temporary misfortune in this false world we lost in. All men bound to drown and evil sent them with no exception. For it's time that ultimately tempts them. I'm sure they was once equal to the faithful servant, but now them serpents that roll with merchants who peddle for souls in search of precious metals. Quickly make the world believe we bound by limits unseen by the naked eye. If that's standard procedure, trust you me, I'm a believer and a deceiver. We well versed in all of life's hidden agendas, with one exception, which we won't find out till we freed from this fourth dimension. Help us out now. Time, understand, mere minutes can make a break a man. Give me time, I want mine. Understand, mere minutes can make a break a man. Give me time, I want mine. Understand, mere minutes can make a break a man. Give me time, I want mine.
just a few thoughts for your mind.
Each rhyme potent as a hallucinogenic, generating currents of electricity. Picture currency becoming secondary. It turns out the fittest who survived were merely naturally selected. The path was predestined, some even for failure until they arrested. Status never to be regained. They left this planet pursuing no more pain. Patterns continue as tensions build, bridges burn. My main concern lies within. Will I be supplied enough time? Crucial time, supplied by a divine power. Perceive the notion. Now immediately I live to feel lonesome. Check it out. Yeah. Time. There wasn't enough time to do all the nigga wanted to. Understand, mere minutes can make a break of time. Give me time, I want my time. There wasn't enough time to do all the nigga wanted to. Understand, mere minutes can make a break of man. Time, understand, mere minutes can make a break of man. To do all the nigga wanted to.
Watching my Odyssey spin.
I got places to go, money to make, and people to see.
Watching my Odyssey spin.
I got places to go, money to make, and people to see.
Check it out, right?
I got places to go, money to make, and people to see.
Time.
I'm stuck in emotion, handicapped by the sunset. When it leaves me in the shadows of apartments with a boredom, it leads me in the backdrop of a television illuminating my state of mind. I'm way behind in the growth of pattern of a man-child. In a city where it can get intense, that's pretty cool. In a certain sense, the pretty fools in a circus tent, passing by in a funny car. Everybody's a fucking star. Makes this fucking face bizarre. Makes me wanna wake up to the hills to pay the bills. Far away from these plastic acting vibration pills. I'm gonna raise my own fields to everything I ever wanted in the world. Manifest my obliviousness to the pitiful, leave them in the dust. I believe in a lot of people, but there's only one God that I trust. So believe in everybody's equal and find your own pattern to bust. Believe in everybody's equal and find your own pattern to bust. Muster up the energy, manifest that dream. Positively living out my life the way it seems. Put your mind up in the past. Put your mind up in the past. Take the time to make your mind up, make it final, make it last. Not the first to find a pattern, put your mind up in the past. Put your mind up in the past. Put your mind up in the past. Take the time to make your mind up, make it final, make it last. Not the first to find a pattern, put your mind up in the past. Put your mind up in the past. Put your mind up in the past.
Time measures opportunity. All opportunities that come to us in this life come within time patterns. But every opportunity has its own responsibility.
I strive to lead in this race against time. Race against time. I'm probably seen as a clown hands down. My thoughts and ambitions frowned upon. Because I'm a pawn with big dreams. Don't get rich quick schemes, but that's how it seems to outsiders. But who's to say who's from the end? We're all in it just to win. And if you say otherwise, you're probably lying. To say I'm not trying as hard as you, not as smart as you, cause I'm not content with the 9 to 5. To say I wasn't shooting for more would be a lot on my part. And that's truly a regret I would hold until the day I die. To shy away from the mic, in spite of what the elders say. From the mass, I tend to set astray. To live my life for me and end up what I'm gonna be. I accept the unescapable. Possession is untraceable. I wish the opportunities were replaceable, but since they're not, I shoot this cosmic shot towards my hopes and dreams and hope it's all that it seems. This journey, piloted by your first reaction, helps to break your place. When faced with the Odyssey, it's odd to see one living happily, when stares at its full capacity, gradually raping the innocence of your dreams. At times this world seems as open as an outstretched hand, but only out for revenge on a man with a plan, sinking in the sands of time, with motion condensed and the body all tense, embarking in wrong directions and obligations to others who don't feel the relation towards your passion. In front of you, this whole world's just acting. It's the glare from the stairs, from endless spaces. It sits in front of stairs that leads to better places. It's all just a race against time. To maximize my mind, just maximize my mind. The glare of the stairs from endless faces. It sits in front of stairs that leads to better places. It's all just a race against time. To maximize my mind. It's a beautiful challenge, the war between valleys. The scales constantly held on opposing sides, but when luck and effort collide, it creates a subtle vibe. Perfect for a mandatory planet when you're demanding your thoughts in constant rotation with movement towards the future. All while trying to grasp the present. As a resident of underground, I hover the border between stereotypes and quality sounds, pushing the bounds to the outer while slumping through a major suburb to get word to a stool pigeon with a vision of blowing up and keeping it real to myself. While soaring through my prime, disregarding my remedies to put rap under rap and step outside the trap with the normal cycle. It's vital to soar with your own ambitions, but how do I know my destiny? How do I know it's right? I embark in one direction. I always feel a slight tug by the mass. I break away to be free and just walk my own path. Walk my own path. In this race against time, amorphous a new moon.
First of all, I'm seeing if my man can keep the time.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
My nigga Khalil on the track.
Yeah, nebulous in this.
Speaking on. Speaking on.
Bizarro.
Time is a cycle of time. We recycle this time so that life can well spent. Times we remember these lines are forever be a time, so we better be doing some shit. Time is a cycle of time. We recycle this time so that life will be time well spent. Times we remember these lines are forever be a time, so we better be doing some shit. Time is unforgiving, yet it heals all wounds. It's never ending, but our time's up soon. Measure through clocks when it's hands tick tock. Time won't stop yet, I'm needing some more. Or if it's limitless, then I just need a moment. Quoted, travel at the speed of time. We life enzymes, so when we rhyme, it's a time that we really like to call our own. Sown seeds that's grown to new heights. Time brings development, it's hell of it to have. But what you gonna do with it? We can't hold it. Buy some time, you get no guarantees. Receipts so fine, a way to make it work while you budget it. Love it, cover it with dirt, smudging it, rub it, iron out the wrinkles in time, rise above it, become what it's meant for you to be. You will see in time, it's a cycle of time. We recycle this time so that life will be well spent. Time to remember these lines will forever be a time. So shit, time is the cycle of time. We recycle this time so that life will be time well spent. Times we remember these lines are forever be in time, so we better be doing some shit.
Measurements of moments, alarm rings indicating the time to put my day in full swing. Although I wanna sleep in and nestle, so with the hands of time I constantly thumb wrestle. Each and every day it's my fate. Sundials, clocks, and watches crying out, don't be late for school, rehearsal, work, or a day. You can't knock or ignore the clock, you'll be labeled a flake. And in the instance I wanna rhyme, I rely on the MPC to keep up with time. Current hours may slip my mind. In fact, when I'm doing a track, I lose track of time. Keeping tabs on it helps you handle your biz. Flavor wears a clock around his neck to know what time it is. Don't fuck around and get high, you're tripping, because time keeps on slipping. I slam time like Scottie Pippen. It's the right time, race against time. In all due time, maximize your time and therefore control your mind. Keep it all in line, cause you're the king of your dominion. Oops, time bent, but time's extended. I mean overextended, I should say. Time never began and time is open-ended. Concepts of time get blended for a long time, but not infinite. The time you spend in a verse, trying to remember it on some old time shit. It's time to quit.
Time is a cycle of time. We recycle this time so that life will be time well spent. Time we remember these lines are forever be in time, so we better be doing some shit. Time is a cycle of time. We recycle this time so that life will be time well spent. Time we remember these lines are forever be in time, so we better be doing some shit.
Out of your time. We're landing.
Moon rock shit.
The moon rock shit. Spaced out dirt works type shit.
I suppose that time is the most remarkable dimension within which we live throughout our daily experiences in this world.
See, I live in this town where everything is recycled. Cardboard, aluminum, needles, peoples with old habits and glitches of fabrics from the 60s, which recycled itself into the year 2000. It returned a little damage from the epidemic of the 80s, but since the 6s, now the 9 standing high, well, heroin is back on the scenes, turning lions into infants, nodding off and needing naps and nickels for toxic nipples with colorful labels and high alcohol content. And even they are turned in and recycled for California redemption songs, sang to recreated samples of some old what's-his-name music, with newfound ways to fill a page to connotate things below the waist. Maximum strength penitentiary mind states, placed a slave in the barren fields of ignorance, and then follow fashion like a false prophet, making the master rich and further digging a designer ditch with the latest stitch by Nike or Adidas. Still recycled names from the past. Yeah. But see, I always said that hip-hop was about the future, and everything you do should be about forward. Never looking back, always about time, beyond the grass and the fingertips and the horizon multiplied in the mathematical dimension of musical expression from a heart turned inside out. Mad, scarred or not, sunshine or vacant lots, it doesn't matter, because what we say and how we live and what we feel is a priceless matter amongst ourselves. Stop selling your soul. Let's go.
Long, long ago in a galaxy far away location, or maybe once upon a time in an older age of civilization.
This we remember times before the times of dinosaurs, when modern times repeat. But peep, you see that face on Mars? Here's some science that they never taught in schools of law. Time never was, cause infinity cannot be born.
We're sitting out back, staring at the sea of stars. Time froze, the mind slowed into the cosmos of who we are. Light years don't seem that far for our spaceship as we send it into the sky. Shooting stars through the moon as we eternally rise. Back into time. Back to the present. Past. You got it all tied all up. Man, what are these days and time? Praise the sun with an eye, which is we. Check the history, invent geometry. He carries oils I draped in gold. Never sold the shit until the cave dweller stole it from me. Sons of Kemet migrate, the great unknown we know. From the Bering Strait, Atlantis down to Yucatan. Orient to Occident, oxidize the copper sent from the gods like a sharp blessed in Teotihuacan.
Sitting by the river, I'm all by the stream. Force giving me the means to travel to all my Alukumi scenes. Floating on a boat of papyrus, singing hymns to Osiris. Hitland, I put sacred words upon the sand. Memorize, wipe it away with my hand. No carry text, just scriptures held in my mind to help all my tribes intertwine. In knowledge we trust, progression is a must. No tarots, only Ifa is sacred like cola nuts.
Now as I sit on the tip of La Piedra del Sol, energy connect with Kemet, architects in control. Spirits ascended from old, our land forever we hold. If I jet, it's on the warpath, we battle and set. Trying to conquer our cities, these pyramids you can't topple. Odds are returning the boat, the same as Quetzalcoatl. Therefore we deities, you're exiled, never seeing. We banished to the caves for trying to destroy the scenery.
What does a deed in colorful beads mean to me? Fuck your peace treaty, you burned down my other people's village. All you wanna do is rape and pillage, destroy my shrines. For your missionary swine, for to give me room. Tell the Bible to send in the Balagoon. Better get to ducking, cause your muskets can't withstand our spit chucking. Put your leader's head on a stick while we march down your crucifix. Never again will you dare terrorize us with your politics.
Now as I sit on the tip of La Piedra del Sol, energy connect with Kemet, architects in control.
Even though we young men, we have old souls. Sit back and watch the past and present unfold.
Watch it unfold. Matter of fact, kill the violence, we got superior thought. From Mansa Musa down to Columbus, this knowledge we brought.
Forever building all the world we taught.
Who else will give you the wisdom of the Lagua or Batala in mind?
The amber shines through the night, but the sun is the light. The lies were everything that combines to make it alright.
Come soak in the comedic light for wisdom and insight to keep you shining even when at night.
Not once long ago, I was building with these men, women, and children connected from Dravidians through Kemet to the Caribbean. Sailing seas millenniums before the Renaissance. I write and name pictures, the three-dimensional font. Now I'm a man of many names, civilized to the south. Engineering like these power words are spoke from the mouth. And my man is next to me, now where you be?
KMT.
Connecting up like a flight from Cali to NYC.
Watch as the radiance goes within and in and out motion, giving you notions of breathing patterns. Only one thing like the ladders to your ancestors' realm. Like a flashback, I see jizzle tortured souls attack. Those that lack the strength to put hole into the sun's length. Feel the rays, true meanings of Ashe is life force. Touching the source gives you instant replenishment. This is how this king represents upliftment. They give common sense to ignorance.
Now with the devil closing in, we find ourselves on these plains, instrumental like our burial rituals. You take God as my name in vain, my veins pump gold. For years we've had this empire here, that story's never told.
Since these people have been a told path with broken math, I look away and laugh cause I think like an incubator, not a refrigerator. In these cold times I catch a fire in an onslaught, forcing that western wind to stop.
Now as I sit on the tip of La Piedra del Sol, energy connect with Kemet, architects in control.
Even though we're young men, we have old souls. Sit back and watch the past and present unfold.
Now as I sit on the tip of La Piedra del Sol, energy connect with Kemet, architects in control.
Even though we're young men, we have old souls. Sit back and watch the past and present unfold.
Watch it unfold.
This is a time capsule.
Drifting high above society's lights, primal devices devised with organite, fortified with quartz and limestone. We organize the rhyme flow, the born to die disciples, borderline divine gnosis. Know this, souls grow but don't dim. Old focus is home when we open the glowing lid of omnipotent culminations. Home just state of stasis, symbiosis 360. Bring it in, hold, let go, learn to breathe simply. Grip and fist mysteries, vivid and visions entering through trance states lifting. We temperature shifting instantly, picture abyss and enemy list, depictions of misery empty from all the concepts, self-imposed bomb threats. That stress tested essence confused. The best stress decadence measure with short fuse. The present is more new. The second recollections absorb the sword of progeny to cut through. Fuck you, suffering hover above you. Joy is the name of the game. Voice on the page is conveyed. Take it to the next level. The raining pebbles of Maya dive and cultivate devils. The throne remains beveled, bouncing across the spectrums of division. This is thievery. Raise up your frequency, conduct yourself decently. Up until recently, I love to kill the scenery. Popping pills and feeding the delusion. Illusion with soothing awareness, the room to sweep it all out. You're born, you breathe, and then you fall down. Let's all sound off for love one time. Dana Paramita is all we need to design. Bhakti in Brahma's eyes, all seeing science divine born. No sin flipping the form, the simplest mist of a storm past. No little riddles given for living in foreign lands, we're always sovereign. Yeah, middle way conference, pausing for moderation. Let's call it synthesis. Holla, this is it. Ponder written scripts, Padma Sambhava songs of the Dharma harnessed and spit. This starving artist started on starships, so pardon the grit. Apart from the marvelous arts within, we're armed to the chin. When my style's garnished and bit, I lace it with some arsenic and martyr these kids. The darkness is just this, the light of another name. The farther we get when we decipher the love contained, we'll uncover a subtle plane, and up from the struggle we'll raise. This puddle's a stage and deeper than you think. Draw the bridge, tread the water, you're starting to sink. Starting to sink.
Feeling and logic are only synonymous within material existence. We use the illusion of matter and logic to define feeling, however they are limited. Dreams are the best example of this. The immense feelings you experience in dreams are in fact real, whether taking place in the illusion of matter or logicality. In fact, everything around you but your self-awareness is merely an illusion. Love is what manifests reality.
Listen what I'm telling you people, having have-nots a lot. It's a time to lay back, and a time to strike, a time to get off your ass, and a time to dance, a time to calculate your risks, a time to take a chance, man. I feel it's time for me to live my life, cause didn't nobody trip off the shit I did in 95. Still I'ma stay alive from now until I feel the man in the moon is the wrong person to kill, man. Don't take me, take him. He ain't done nothing for your ears, cause fundamentally speaking, we gon' be here for years and years. Yeah.
Panics in the air. Some jumping out of buildings, others on their knees in prayer. Some cry out to the sky and yell they aren't quite prepared. You looked God in the face and said, forgive me, all he did was stare. Now, you can run, but where you gonna hide from all the power of the sun? The cosmic repercussions of what humankind has done. No understanding of the fullness, everything is simply one. Soon to be none again, so that new life can come again. Illusions rule the mind, your soul is never gonna end. So don't pretend you gave it all if you ain't gave it all. Just faded in the hazy purple twilight. No more time, I tried to warn you all, it's now approaching midnight.
So many fall prey to the Lazarus complex, but reality is sometimes waking from eternal sleep isn't in the cards. Reaching for a mother's love can be called a crutch, but failure to have that option in the hand dealt can be a coin flip of the pointless. And on this day I pledge my undying smile to wrap itself around your heartache and bury it deep within the fertile ground of this sound garden, where we harvest children, bring them laughter to bathe in, or else despair can latch on, leaching happiness dry and their hearts so hardened. I cry a tear for the lost and raise a fist for the found. I've been around the block enough times to know your purpose is missing. Passing pamphlets and milk carton mission statements in vacant lots and abandoned plots of land where planted seeds are washed away, insisting I read skywriting like the back of my hand while fighting to breathe with honor. Promised my son we wouldn't leave until the sky bleeds, and a father's only as good as his word, and his father is good with words. Vocally manipulating rhythm, snake charming till these snakes are dormant. Please watch where you stand, what you stand for, and with whom you shake hands, cause life's in demand, and everyone can explore if they take the chance. Just befriend the fam next door. Emerge from your box, you'll be shocked at how bright the sun shines. Time's the metronome where home finds its way to your heart. Art's only an alarm that gives a voice to emotion. Being alive is a state of mind that can only survive with devotion. A place called Horizon where the moon shakes hands with the ocean. Now take up your bed and walk. No more do we need to talk.
When the individual in a flash more or less relives his own life. And this life is simply a span of existence in time. He has been in time before, he will be in time again. But now he is slipping out of time. And the problem is to estimate the value of the life that he lived.
It was our choice to come into this reality at this time.
know my feelings, time won't help me now. I just want more time, won't give me time. Now I'm losing I'm losing all my time. Now I'm losing I'm losing all my time.
I'm drifting within the four walls of my brain, over high and low plains, way down memory lane like Nas, bumping into joys and pains from periods past, and it was all good while it lasted. Now it's gone, but bittersweet memories, they linger on, elastic, stretching out into the future. Before time shall reveal and unmask it.
of Aquarius. Have you checked the skies today? Clock of destiny, God's Rolex.
It's a tough beat, but somebody's got to do it.
I'm so into the things we share, like floating in the air, like a magic carpet ride. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Step into a looking glass, see the future and the past. The room is blue and cold as ice, and I'm lost in paradise. Planos on some dull atmosphere. Les on passait les cordes. We have no time to waste, my friend. Yeah, come on, let's get in the wind. Let's get in the wind. The music is steady groove. I relax and watch you move. If I close my eyes instead, you dancing in my head, in my head. Step into this looking glass, see the future and the past. The room is blue and cool as ice, and I'm lost in paradise. Planos on some dull atmosphere. Les on passait les cordes. We have no time to waste, my friend. Come on, let's get in the wind. Let's get in the wind.
time is the measure of its duration in this dimension of existence.
Before I make my show.
Skrillin cause back on this dimension, different man. It's a smooth life. It's a smooth jazz parade life. You know we got it. Stability within being stable, consistent and calm. Far and beyond. Magicians waving wands. Witness the world when the magic begins. Conscious choices and many multitudes, positions we explain, fascinating beyond belief. Dimensions will transcend time. Dimensions will transcend time. The effort turning into effortless, the unknown effervescent mind, are coming to a full illumination of infinite possibilities. The real question filters through unexplainable rhythms of life, photographed through unknown centuries, determined and scriptured behind closed doors, fulfilling a steady purpose, a steady purpose, a steady purpose. Correlating extremities, revealing a series of existence, maintaining personal deliverance of significant change for time to come, time to come, time to come.
Running through this life like I found my pace. Stomaching the food for thought, I found my taste. Meditate around candles in a dark room. Got a handle on the moon, stay bright like high noon. Breaking down illusion, the truth I'm prostituting. How does he stay still when he's constantly moving? Overcoming pain by activating the brain, causing a vibration that will make the crazy go sane. Lifting the rock and tie the knot. Turn a leaf, relief comes from the subtle change in belief. I grab what's out of reach, I don't need no stools. Turning up the heat, I'm trying to sweat my cool.
Time is precisely 11:11. Yo, man, hear that dimensions of time, yo? Yeah, shit's cool, dude. Dimensions of time, dimensions of rhyme.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man.
Everybody enters into their own dimension on their own.
This is a process that will occur in due time.
For now, time reaches a dimension breach, and what they said was the end, a new beginning shall be. We have these levels, and all of these levels have to be worked out within the time dimension.
time is of the utmost essence. Find my presence at Tuesday, Thursday sessions to learn my lessons. That time is of the utmost essence. Find my presence at Tuesday, Thursday sessions to learn my lessons. That time is of the utmost essence. You can find my presence at Tuesday, Thursday sessions. We make progression on a regular basis. Classes will be held on a regular basis and Thursdays. Time on a regular basis. Instruction begins immediately. Regular basis. This close.
But see, I always said that hip-hop was about the future, and everything you do should be about forward. Never looking back, always about time, beyond the grass and the fingertips and the horizon multiplied. In the mathematical dimension of musical expression.
Take it back to grassroots. EIT. I was wondering, Rico. Yeah, if you could kick it with you, Rico. It's a new era, new time, new begin. 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 It's a new era.
Every 2,000 years, the constellations change shift. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. The sign of peace. We are moving out of Aries. The sign of war. And into the age of Aquarius. Classically personified in human format, Aloe Black's the doormat, welcoming adversaries who step to that which I'll formulate. I gravitate like the earth and align the cosmic junction when the planets converse. Saturn to Capricorn and 7 on the numeric zodiac, symbolizing the fact that Saturday's where the Sabbath's at. Latin terminology evolved to modern tongue, categorized by the sun as heliocentric knowledge, combines with the technology for the grand scheme. I'm on the Earthland team, you're just a physical fiend. Astral awareness, I bless myself with the wealth, solitude to consecrate my health, make solar ray beams melt the polar caps like ice to flame. Wishing I was born a native to make sense of my name. And now the realness is a fallacy, fatality to he who proclaims. I may be losing now, but soon I will gain. Never pressing too far, never relax too much. The power lies within the hand which has itself in its clutch. Can I achieve that? Better believe it, black. I stack words like building blocks to construct a sentence. In fact, I was born to seek, build strength, then help the weak. Contaminate the evil with righteousness and unique, fathomless devotion to the status which I'll acquire. Keep a solid motion with my heart burning on fire. It's the end of our time. The world is moving out of Aries. It's the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It's the end of our time. The world is moving out of Aries. It's the dawning of the age of Aquarius. My thoughts keep sifting like grains of sand. I close my eyes and see a bumblebee in my hand. Now I can fly, soar like a raven in the sky. Can't quite leave the earth, but with my heart I try. My thoughts keep sifting like grains of sand. I close my eyes and see a bumblebee in my hand. Now I can fly, soar like a raven in the sky. Can't quite leave the earth, but with my heart I try. Over what shall I pray for when the day turns to night? Opposition of the constellations follow the light. Evil lurks within the era. We search for sight that's clearer, ever further getting nearer to the future. We fear a new order of things. I quoted from the presidential chief executive office. Holds the valued Masonic temple worship. It's holy shit to me, the fakeness and the secrecy. Society deserves to know what the meaning of life will be like. Position my palm tightly around the mic and yell the warning as my New Year's resolution. Defame the Constitution drafted by the company of a bastard. Lucifer will never conquer this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine until I stop breathing. Even then, me and my men will continue believing in the omnipresence. Truth to remain plain like peasants, keeping the faith in the word. The spirit of the presence like a thief in the night. He cometh to redeem thy soul. What do we really know about the story he hath told? The scariest, nefarious demons worship the various pagan idols manifest the age of Aquarius. My thoughts keep sifting like grains of sand. I close my eyes and see a bumblebee in my hand. Now I can fly, soar like a raven in the sky. Can't quite leave the earth, but with my heart I try. My thoughts keep sifting like grains of sand. I close my eyes and see a bumblebee in my hand. Now I can fly, soar like a raven in the sky. Can't quite leave the earth, but with my heart I try. Once again comes the day I must question myself, which way should I choose to proceed in? Because the way my life is leading is to nowhere. I try to be equal, but life is no fair. Attempt to call attention to myself, and yet no one cares. So I sit in this chair, this everlasting symbol of my solitude. Hoping I can overcome Sequoia dew. As I seep into the sea, the melancholy blue two-dimensional side of you makes the light come true. And now I know not what is real anymore. The sound waves of fallacy have tainted what I know is pure, the unadulterated cure. I bet the children have the answer, but mortal men avoid them, for youth is like a cancer, a killing of death as death retreats behind its quarters. So within my mind state I make attempts to cross the borders, but I can't. I keep on getting held up at the line. I could have overran, but the thought never crossed my mind. With the help of the wind I stole the air and blew the light out. No more light, no more shadow, no more casting of doubt, no more insignificant simple pleasures to fulfill. Only free will injected in my skin is ink to quill. Fill the book of life with knowledge of masters beyond the ages. The dawning of Aquarius phases. Dawning of the age of Aquarius. My thoughts keep sifting like grains of sand. I close my eyes and see a bumblebee in my hand. Now I can fly, soar like a raven in the sky. Can't quite leave the earth, but with my heart I try. My thoughts keep sifting like grains of sand. I close my eyes and see a bumblebee in my hand. Now I can fly, soar like a raven in the sky. Can't quite leave the earth, but with my heart I try. Dawning, I try, I try. Dawning of the age of Aquarius. Dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Everything stays tuned. It is the age of Aquarius. Have you checked the skies today?
La fourche 18ème gare sur ma ligne 13. Recto verso, je fous la merde, la merde.
J'avais sous-estimé son disque de haut niveau.
J'ai enfin sorti mon tir.
Tu vois quand on va au feu.
Paris la nuit,
Moi tu décides.
des hommes qui vivent. Old school, new school, là n'est pas la question. Mais qui se fait du pognon en rapport de sa chanson?
Yeah.
Fils d'immigrés d'un père et d'une mère colombienne, j'aurais dû être sur scène un chanteur de salsa, mais manque de veine. La vie que je mène me fit changer de voix, mis trop de haine, troquer mes congas pour un mic. Faire du rap comme du sport contact. Chaque claque, coup dur de la vie me font au fur et à mesure impact d'actes contre toute attaque. Comeback, retour en arrière, retour en enfer. Autant de galères que de déceptions amères. Personne ne me fera taire, parler mes vitales comme respirer. Si demain un flic m'agresse, sois sûr qu'il sera dans mon texte. Je vexe par mes réflexes. La rue a fait de moi ce que je suis, gars. J'aurais pu vendre du shit, faire du blé. J'ai préféré dealer des mots, des rimes, ôter de l'anonyme de toute faille. Me faire remarquer comme un graphe dans les rails du métro au boulot. Trop d'idiots sur le troupeau robot d'un système de prolo. Faut sortir de là, yo non soy bon. Aujourd'hui je suis fat, vidéo compacte, porte de la marque. Le monde est devant toi, n'attends pas qu'il débarque. Le hip-hop, mon royaume, mon home, sweet home. Pour lui j'ai combattu même avec des hématomes. Le hip-hop, mon royaume, mon home, sweet home. Pour lui j'ai combattu même avec des hématomes. Le hip-hop, mon royaume, mon home, sweet home, sweet home, sweet home. Yeah. Seul devant ma feuille, un pic comme un paquet d'années sans pile. Voilà pile 6 ans que je rappe, j'ai bossé pour ce vinyle CD qu'il me faut une mémoire, un book, des pages de ma vie. J'ai pointé tôt, fait mon soupe pour être large aujourd'hui. Je ne regrette rien de ce que j'ai pu faire. J'étais un regard amer sur certains amis d'hier. Bref, je suis vite devenu la référence, le chef. Le hip-hop, mon royaume que j'aurais parti en fief. Son old school, new school, là n'est pas la question. Mais qui se fait du pognon en rapport de sa chanson? Représente 96, la fourche 18ème gare sur ma ligne 13.
Yeah.
Michael Bourne, the Capricorn. Feel that. Winter Wonderland, last quarters underbrand. Hell balls for the future. People need to overstand. Slip away from the moocher. Flex, not a dependable man. Snowmobiles, more roads cut off than state troopers. Skis and boards and fights with fam. Concurrents just to later crack the ice. Draft choice skating on thin sheets. Brick sickle the blizzards, it's a bleeding sacrifice. Colder than the witch's titty in a brass ball. Minus degree beneath Celsius looking through a solid glass wall. Couple snuggling, begin to melt the see-through igloo. Christmas break, I rebuke the grip of Satan's claws. Kwanzaa, spirit of good cheer, man. Terms of endearment. Hanukkah candles, burn lights and windows of project apartments. No leaves on trees, we breathe in what we harvest. From the fall frosty, I decapitate with a snowball. Slopes providing freezing of external areas. Hibernation of bears and certain rodents. Do or die, Bed-Stuy, putting salt on the streets. Bird fly south for ball, a ticket for keys. Where were you when I needed you last winter? You can call me cold-hearted for cold meat. I await the winter thaw. I hope someday it snows on love all.
Seasons change, been through pain. No style stays the same, so go against the grain. Seasons change, been through pain. Still reasons remain, yet no one is to blame.
This weather report predicts wind and rain. It's time for change, and school is in session. My forecast reads skies are partly cloudy. The city's rowdy. I do my thing, I'm outie. Born Libra, sworn gatekeeper. Me and Makiba, the queen of Sheba, Chiba. In the air, whether or not the weather was fair. Whether friend, whether man, just keep it together and be seasonal.
So time has to do with all these things. Time is the opportunity, the span for the ripening of reality in the individual.
Flowers and trees like a verb, freezing the hours that needs my soul. Really not mine, just a loner. Take time so I get to know its owner. Birds of the sky, neither weak nor so. Overlooking thoughts from a plane. Never speak lies so we can't understand. Who are the birds of the land? Bees. Moving pollination also makes the buzz humble. Many bees bubble. Cooperation until its nation self-destruction. Can you parallel it? Flowers, irrigated seas through showers. Representing April, born in the land, then picked off by hand onto a pretty girl, then leaves like trees. Providing oxygen to my brain until he falls like rain. Willows that weak like pillows that sleep contain my dreadlocks encased in his nest. Flowers and trees like a verb, freezing the hours that needs my soul. Really not mine, just a loner. Take time so I get to know its owner. Birds of the sky, neither weak nor so. Overlooking thoughts from a plane. Never speak lies so we can't understand. Who are the birds of the land? Bees. Moving pollination also makes the buzz humble. Many bees bubble. Cooperation until this nation self-destruction. Can you parallel it? Flowers, irrigated seas through showers. Representing April, born in the land, then picked off my hand onto a pretty girl, then leaves like trees. Providing oxygen to my brain until he falls like rain. Willows that weep like pillows that sleep contain my dreadlocks encased in his nest.
Seasons change, mad things rearrange. Seasons change, mad things
change. We will change even if you don't want it. Dangerous, equilateral range from acid rain. A tree grow natural. Because the Earth's axis is tilted with regard to this celestial heavenly sphere in orbit. Built with more shit we probably can't even imagine. Don't discredit me, cause it's the season of bagging and lights, action. Speaking louder than these seas of MCs, making tracks, tracking in the mud, buddy. It's muddy waters. You contaminating the innocent sons and daughters. Must we study this weather? Why it's so muggy and sticky? What? And getting me more hotter than ever. Smog, so smoggy, it's making me dizzy. On the slope, spinning like shizzy. Behold the beginning of this desert valley city. Busy get trimming them trees. My roots are still behind. Frisbee, finally a divine sign. Who is he? I'm giving you reasons to keep believing in them, seeing like the science seasons. Even as I'm receiving lessons, giving you more reasons to keep believing and breathing and manifest. Shine, yes, shine, cause I'm giving you reasons to keep believing in them, seeing like the science seasons. Even as I'm receiving lessons, giving more reasons to keep believing and breathing and manifest. Shine, yes, shine. Shine, shine. Seasons strange, mad things rearrange, but it all stays the same like the love. The one difference, I was overlooked as a b-boy because I didn't create a big enough buzz. There was no coverage of the true love we expressed for each other. Me and my brother innovated the art form, cultivated the culture, but beat on budgets in the real world. My blood and I were recognized as real b-boys and b-girls stuck in mudslides, most of our lives, we finally had a rise, cause my family had you and I, T.Y. and more women than guys. Yo, it's funny, I'm now in between the classical, mystical, magical scene, the traffic and flow, the spiritual, adaptable dreams of harmony and paradise, not money. Murder and material, stereotypical rhymes and reasons in most regions, either close to burning up or freezing. Mother Earth, Father Time, been seeing you sneaking around like thieves in the night, cheating life like betraying, DJing and true MCing, giving you reasons to keep believing in them, seeing like the science seasons. Even as I'm receiving lessons, give me more reasons to keep believing and breathing and manifest. Shine, yes, shine, cause I'm giving you reasons to keep believing in them, seeing like the science seasons. Even as I'm receiving lessons, give me more reasons to keep believing and breathing and manifest. Shine, yes, shine, shine, shine. It's the season of our self-seeing. Time to start the revolution.
Absorb the inner secrets of the ages, firm and crystallized. Time and tides of new dimensions flow together, and in their mystic merging, sages seek, touch, open, receive. Immerse within your heart of hearts the ever-flowing fountain of yours and my awakening.
It's been such a long, long, long time. Information overload. The more you get in, more you want. When is it all gonna start?
The world is in formation through controlling information. What is your relation to the world equation situation? The world is in formation through controlling information. What is your relation to the world equation situation? Formation through controlling information. I've been waiting for this. I don't know what it is, but I'm unlocking this. I've been waiting. Welcome. This is time for me to elevate and awake from the dream state, and for once not be late. Entering at my own speed, a moment of illusion. This display is my way of making it through the day while you're on time because of pay. I ride in nature's cyclical waves that all tapping into the mission. This is a tidal wave color crimson. Time is a systematical prison created to keep us from using intuition. Time is a control condition, only made for division. I said time is a control condition, only made for division. What would you find if there was no time? Because time is just a figment of the mind. The figment of the mind, illusions like these rhymes. What do you find when you step outside time? Time places no binds on these infinite minds. Time places no binds on these infinite minds. Time places no binds on these infinite minds. Breaking binds in the fourth dimension, let me mention. This is an expansion, it's now our time for mind enhancing. As you enter my jurisdiction to uncomplex the system, the range of this incision is sculpted with the vision. Blah! I'm crashing on decisions, oh my credibility is weary, yet you remain teary-eyed, to pride captivated. I kept my feet moving, but still I didn't make it. I've concentrated, and still time elapses to collapse into ashes. I move as slow as molasses. A day later, buck short, I don't distort the obvious. It's odd that this ticks away. You own what you grab, I not use vocab and stab at problems and issues, using beats like tissue to absorb my emotions and it's shredded, beheaded in an instant. This could have been something great. 2 seconds, but time don't wait. Not for me, not for you. What would you find if there was no time? Because time is just a figment of the mind. A figment of the mind, illusions like these rhymes. What do you find when you step outside time? Time places no binds on these infinite minds. Time places no binds on these infinite minds. Time places no binds on these infinite minds. Now it's time for the scan of the brain. Let's see, wait, can he endure this pain? Let's shower him and let's see what he's about. Wait, hold on. Oh no, wait, the handcuffs. Oh no, the handcuffs. It's too tight on my wrist, man. I persist and walk this land. I'm just a man trying to do all I can. You try and stop me, you caught me and didn't even bother to buy my music. You just confuse it and diffuse it. This is awesome technology and I need you to stop. And as I recognize the thought, and then I drop my pencil. I'm telling you the pencil is just an illusion. This is not a break contusion. This is just something that you are choosing to listen to. Watch as we do what we do. We are elevating past the fourth dimension, which is time. That's why we are more than your mind. That's why we can find how to control you through these digits. Do you watch it? Do you see it? Man, why don't you read it? It's right there in front of your face. That was once before me. I'm reading of an existence that will be forever after. What would you find if there was no time? Because time is just a figment of my mind. Figment of the mind, illusions like these rhymes. You step outside, sometimes what you find if there was no time. Because time is just a figment of the mind. Illusions like these rhymes. Do you find if you step outside time?
This is a mind expansion.
Unguarded, commit a wrong unto others and therefore unto yourself. And for that wrong committed must you knock and wait a while, unheeding.
My mind is in a miscellaneous state of space and time, dropping states of lines written on a page that is concentrated of miscellaneous, metaphorically heinous speeches. The Greek god of styles and chemical thoughts of notions brought to the foreground on mountaintops and oceans, together through the wing of a dove, creating potions of love through the fingertips of his disciples and followers. You know, sometimes we must follow our own thoughts and emotions, no matter how bad the consequences of false senses. Being misguided, malnourished, you must figure it out, because evil comes into the frame of mind, taking up 2/3 of it sometimes. That's why I express my states of mind, never rewind in bad times, because everything comes in time. You know, through the escape of weather-beaten Cretans at your doorstep, speaking about the universe, metaphoric languages, positive ad-libs, not lives, just a relaxed atmosphere of natural light and glow at the center of my universe, because I search for the meaning of truth that comes in every so often. Without this sense, I'd be laid out in a coffin. So I don't look for a dark trail, an evil plot of woods, and an overcast shadows and earth tones, so I feel camouflaged in the landscape of the clones.
In the stillness of the night, I have walked in your streets, and my spirit has entered your houses. Wait. You are being told that even like a chain, you are as weak as your weakest link. This is but half the truth. You are also as strong as your strongest link.
You're walking thin lines, you know the difference from right to left. It's easy to go schweckel when your mind is possessed to the fullest extent. Uncontrollable addictions grasp you tightly like boa constrictions, make you believe the adversary's lies, accusations, past events. Grasp your soul in clutches, whether settle, outright rebellion, no time for huddles. Time to execute plan B, the battle is in front of me, has me on bended knees. Go to God in all honesty, imagine the possibilities, use a double-edged sword to battle depression. Can't you see what's happening, hanging from threaded strings? Set my safety net of grace to catch me when I fall. I'm still in this race, heed my word. This goes out to all.
You do not see, nor do you hear, and it is well. The veil that clouds your eyes shall be lifted by the hands that wove it, and the clay that fills your ears shall be pierced by those fingers that kneaded it.
Life is a movie, every day is a sitcom. Though I can never sit calm through the whole thing. The doorbell rings. There's a killer at the door. The telephone rings. It's a telemarketer. Excuse me, Mr. Stranger, can you spare a lot of change? Of course not, I thought when I saw his face deranged. And the hand that's the form sitting in this cold storm. Then he told me a joke that had broke the heartworm. So I asked him what he needs, but he won't eat what I feed. Never said follow my lead. Here's 3 Braille books to read. Then he led me to an anthill and said he can't kill not a single one of them due to reincarnation. Then he stomped on the hill like a 6-year-old kid. Then he turned around and told me, look what God did. And it didn't take long for all of this to sink in, that the man couldn't float unless he was sinking first. Things last, so we've never kept the present time and time again and again. When future is the past, now we never kept the present time and time again, forgetting every lesson. Then covering his ears, he said, listen here closely. He sat down and cried. Just then I had felt lonely. He said, you're not the only one who has this to learn. You can have money and a nice home, but you'll die alone unless you understand that all of us are one. After the end, the credits roll and it keeps continuing, friend or foe. So I see he reached for me, only so I need not see the bad and be the good. I replied, only if we could. Fine line that lies between the pessimist and realist. There's still the option for the opinion to be optimistic. All promises, promises. I thought inside my head. Took a sip from my cup and the man turned red. Orange grew above his eyes and then he asked, are you surprised? No, your disguise, it's a lie. He said, you're very wise. Orange lifted off his head and twisted into a halo. Grew wings and flew away, claiming, I am not an angel. First things last, though we've never kept the present time and time again and again. When future is the past, now we've never kept the present time and time again, forgetting every lesson then.
caught the cat by his coattails. A feline man, feminine in the mind, from a distant forestry where you can find a character blowing the short breeze, licking the jelly out of a fresh jam. A human peanut, for Pacific we aim to cut the artificial additives of the official superficial claims of gaining missiles. Blaming lame ass niggas asking questions in these parts. The old alien standing with his camouflage companion, attempting to cool the fire while it's burning. Skill ain't earning the bills, and still the landlord is demanding your soul to fill us the life. My mind size is tight. Macedon, I mastered the gone forgotten elemental talents, the perfect balance of good and evil. A superhuman to the people that waited to see this immortal traveler I have created. And cause you're not fresh, you come with hatred. Though your hate is born through jealousy. Another wannabe, but ain't never gonna be shit. Get your reality away from my fantasies decaying. Presence that present the truth to the mind. In the core of the skill you may find the real reason to rhyme. Cause time don't run until you chase it. This is your life, don't waste it, don't waste it. Time don't run until you chase it. This is your life, you don't wanna waste it. Time don't run until you chase it. Just face it, this is your life, you don't wanna waste it. Time, this is your lifetime. I carry the weight of 1,000 slaves, defeating half-assed performing artists, some of which devoured in the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Brave the forces of whack that came to battle me, and the superhuman team, a legend that had them begging for mercy. We mastered the talent, yeah, but the balance of truth gave the lambs a goose to chase in place of dignity. You've been diagnosed comatose while you still boast more than you can suck on. Stuck on the cack that you swing from, searching for the pot of krill. Still, the man that devises the planets, usually the last one standing victorious. Or so it seems, for the dream fades away, and the so-called independent remains a slave. We see now that rapping is what happened to the complicated form, the normal mode of writing, reciting thoughts, not for the expense of the lifestyle of suspense. Since it doesn't make sense to condense a larger plan to fit in one man's hand while you standing in his shoes. This is where you lose control, creative soul of the natives that he holds. Some of them get bold, then they ask your soul to a label that may be able to turn their dookie into gold. The reason's getting old for those chasing time down the road. Cause it don't run until you chase it. Don't chase it. Time don't run until you chase it. This is your life, just face it. You don't wanna waste it. Time don't run until you chase it. This is your life, face it. Time don't run until you chase it. This is your life. You don't wanna fuck it up. You don't wanna waste it. Run it out. No more time.
The timelines collapse. The drum pads are punching bags full of hourglass sand, which when struck and extrapolates the past and future.
I have traveled back in time to help decipher my future rhyme.
Oh shit, man. Anybody out there? Is anybody out there? I'm trying to find somebody. It's coming. Where the missing journeyman at? I'm trying to find them, man. 2075. They're trying to get us. They're trying to get us. Shit, trying to tell you, man. You gotta watch out, man. They're trying to get us. They ain't like that, man. Stuff ready. Where we at? Where we at? Hey, reach downstairs in the hatch.
No, get the airbag.
Come be there.
Look up. Where they at? Come get us. Come get us,
Back
man.
when the world lived in caves, were we all real thin and just lost today? Technology be taking me to 3 dimensions of thought. Collapse within the middle and the future is now sought. I sat upon a time machine, lead my fingers towards the coordinates. I sit within a dome of glass with a throttle at my hip. Now it's 2025, 25 more, 25 more. I grip the door from light years to war. PSC said now we need to go free the chosen MCs within the hold of the valley of the thieves. As I breathe, I analyze the atmosphere. Here, PSC, we are near. The coordinates were clear. I smell fear as well. Keep your monitor on sail. The sun was going down as we lifted up our sail. 30 miles north, then 20 leagues down. Submerged beneath the ocean, Atlantis will be found.
Before you so the days won't pass by. Fly into music so your gospel never dies. Listen to my words, cause my words lead to there. The power from within was the struggle, don't you dare.
As we approached the dome under the sea, we were alerted by a movement on our screen. I got a clean shot, infrared beams from the controls, hold on fire till you know who it is. I emerge from the lid.
The way I see it, it's exactly the same. There ain't no difference between a flying saucer and a time machine.
Let me in, bud. No. Wait, well, it's the one from the fuck. I'm looking for the journeyman to take them to the jail cell where all the niggas dwell. They ask me where I've been. I've been chilling in the outer hemisphere, smoking tank, drinking beer. Now the time is clear to have no fear and take some action. We swapped our tapes, then we up, cause I know they got my back.
Before you saw the days won't pass by. Fire into music so your gospel never dies. Listen to my words, cause my words lead you there. The power from within wins the struggle, don't you dare. Fire into music. Put the fire into music. Hey, alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep going around. We're gonna take everything, we're gonna blow it. Oh shit, someone's coming. Hey, get out of here. Right, what are you doing here? Let's go! Get out of here. Everybody to the ship. To the ship. To the ship. Watch out. Get out of here. Fuck this.
Watching my Odyssey spin.
As the I was running short, so my breathing's heavy. Gotta make it back to shore before they come and get me. They hit me in the side, but I make it back to the ship. Close the lid. B&C. Blow it. Blow it. Hold in. Laser lock, he pushed fire and blew the empire. Fire. Oh. Fire. Control the moves before you saw the days won't pass by. Fire into music so your gospel never dies. Listen to my words, cause my words lead you there. The power from within was the struggle, don't you dare.
Don't trip, man. It ain't that bad, dude. Don't trip, don't trip.
Keep the shit going.
Keep your eyes open, man.
Keep the shit going.
Keep
the shit going.
Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing going down. Keep your eyes open.
You're losing blood.
Fight.
You're losing blood.
Fight. Keep the shit going. Hey. Somebody.
Watching my Odyssey spin in the
Come on. Clear.
I play it cool, nigga. That's the reason I stay alive. My motto as I live and learn is dig and be dug in return.
I'll do the telling, and you'll just sit right there and do the listening.
Listen, everybody. Why? I mean, I injected 3 doses of the truth, 7 before he talked. Strange, isn't it?
The old is in the new explained. The new is in the old concealed.
What's night of the 4 songs unsung. Day after tomorrow.
slower. And the time just kept ticking slower and slower.
Watching my Odyssey spin in a breeze.
Powerless within the depths of shallowness as the last grains of sand slip through the hourglass. How long will it last?
How long will it last?
How long will it last?
How long will it
Yo. How long will it last? Hope y'all had a blast. And yeah. Hope you guys understood all of that, broken clock noises and all that. Because, yeah, it's interesting how, we make things abstract ourselves and curious of the mystery behind things, right? And what's the deal with time exactly? That shit's hella Gregorian these days, right? But Happy New Year, according to that calendar, right? Yeah, I wanted to mention the reason that I titled this, Time Odyssey 2012. I originally put it like 2222 type of thing, or like 2022, or just those synchronicities, twos and zeros and ones with the 2012. I'm gonna get to that comment in a section, but yeah, this mix was inspired kind of by the whole awakening thing going on with the Mayan calendar. That was like that shit lit a fire up my ass leading up to that. Around 2011, 2012, like, oh shit, December 21st, right? Are we gonna ascend or but yeah, it's just interesting how what timeline are we actually on? Before the Gregorian, there was Julian and all these things, right? So it's just interesting to throw out all these considerations for everything, including how we see astrological signs and all that. And there was a mix or a song in this mix earlier that they mentioned the fact that the Earth's tilted on its axis to a degree and stuff. And so what is the most accurate perception of the alignments of the stars and all that stuff, right? And that reminds me of a chat I did with sorry, I gotta distract myself with this stuff. But a chat with Brian Easterday. He does Vedic astrology, and having a chat with them is really interesting, comparing that to the, Western or tropical zodiac sign. But, okay, no, there's no comment. That's just me. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, Death Knot of the Eel was cracking. Yeah. Cheers, man. Glad you resonate with that. But yeah, in the first track, Jesus, like Vast Air, I think that's his name, from Cannibal Ox, and like the last line is just like kind of funny, and it had me kind of like, man, this is kind of weird. Or even thought it was whack first hearing it, and like he ends it off like, yeah, we all evolved from fish or something like that. But if you think about it, it could be encrypted of from the Piscean age, right? And you think about the even like depictions of what, like the Nephilim and Christianity and like the Pope and all that stuff. They had those fish hats, or the fish head things, and Jesus had certain fish written in encrypted language in the Bible, kind of stuff, right? So it's just interesting, coming out of the age of Pisces to Aquarius and that kind of stuff, right? Interesting stuff. But a lot of people, and you see, I'm sure you guys have seen some things on social media, people posting, especially around the New Year's, of like, hey, this isn't the real date. And, even like with the Satan's Clause and Saturnalia and all that on the tail end of the holiday season going into, the new Gregorian year, calendar year, right? But no, like, astrologically speaking, yeah, the new year starts when we spring forward, out of the first gate, with that fire, that spark from Aries, the fire sign, right? Great chat on my channel, Dissolving the Divide. Rodney Goodwin is great. Yeah, man, Hexproof was cracking. Sorry, I posted these comments. So yeah, I could have been looking more into, it'd be cool to do a hip-hop mix, revolving around astrology. I only have like a handful. I know there's a great hip-hop artist, and he's not featured in as many mixes as he could be, like a lot of artists, right? But Ka Zodiac, K-A Zodiac, and I think he spells Zodiac with a K at the end as well. Man, the guy's a lyrical master, wizard, and he's got so much deep gnosis of a lot of shit. And he does some live streams, and he has, he gets into tarot and astrology, just like the Blue Pearl Oracle. Fuck yeah, brother. Good old Rodney Goodwin. You can get a hold of him at Hardcore Productions. And a reading at that magnitude with his, level of knowledge. I'm talking about Rodney right now. Right, Hex? $100. I've been meaning to do that. I keep saying that and not following through with my own stuff. I had a reading kind of like a year ago, but yeah, it's always, there's so many different ways to, it's not just about your birth chart getting read. It could be revolving a lot of different things. And yeah, for me, I'm not all that well versed, especially going into the houses and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just like understanding the wheels within wheels and all that stuff, right? So, and understanding the law of correspondence, obviously we have that interplanetary makeup within us as well. And just, understanding the attributes of that from the conscious to the subconscious and, unconscious, right? And shine light on that unconscious. So, yeah. What's up with that 13-month calendar? And also, let's take it back eons before the moon was even orbiting the planet, where there might not have been this, tidal shift with the water, with the influence of the moon. And, yeah, we have this 13-month calendar based on the moon, right? But if there was no moon, what are we basing what on? So it's just really interesting. Oh, fuck yeah. That's awesome, Hexproof. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we got to support folks in the anarchist community for sure, man. Voluntarist, abolitionist. Yeah, like Coriander likes to call it. And man, I love seeing familiar folks like you, Hex, out. I've caught you on some live streams with a lot of cats in network. Yeah, it's great to see you around and supporting these cats, and that's what's up. But yeah, going way back in time, right? Yeah, anyone out there know about the moon a little bit more? Yeah, just beyond the dark side of it. I love me some Pink Floyd, but yeah, just like origins of it. Like, I've heard from many folks, including Seth Exposa, that it's a remnant of Maldek, that kind of stuff. And yeah, tying that into the Saturn Moon Matrix and the soul recycling hex on the North Pole of Saturn. If you look at that geometrical pattern, and that's like part of the inversion of that sacred number in formation with the hex. So yeah, I'm sure you know about that, brother. But yeah, I hope this mix was abstract enough for y'all. But yeah, as I mentioned, yeah, folks make things like extremely abstract, almost just, I wouldn't say out of necessity, but just because, and people can put things on pedestals and just like at the awe of it, but it can be used as a tool to motivate them to just really understand the truth about it all. And yeah, folks can get drowned in the sands of time, and they might find themselves smaller than they actually are within that hourglass. And they're not going to realize their full potential until it's too late, and there's not enough sand to hold that weight, and they're kind of slipping towards the end, kind of being metaphorically abstract, man. Shit. But yeah. I didn't write anything else really about this, but yo, Rick, it's cracking, man. We were talking earlier about that show. Theo Lukes was peeping that. Will Keller put our chat on that earlier today or last night. Shit, I'm in the future, yo. Depending on where you guys are at, I'm 6 hours ahead of you, Rick, out there on the East Coast. I'm in France, no big deal. I'm not special. Doesn't make me more anything, but yeah. Checking out yeah, right. Yeah, and checking out the comment. Soul Farm, yeah, and a great movie to check out if you haven't, especially at this year. Jupiter's going to be a huge theme, a lot of transits with that, and it was just next to the moon the other night. Really cool. Or last week, I believe, and it's like nearly a full moon right now. It's been beaming at me earlier today. That was cool. Yeah, the movie is Jupiter Rising. Have you guys seen that? And have you guys just noticed the blatant? Hey, this is like they're talking about the negative alien factions in a hierarchical order. And yeah, from the Dracos to the Greys to the higher ups of these ancient sadistic bloodlines, like Abraxas. I mean, they have that name in the movie of a guy that's managing all this energy being harvested for them to sell on the black markets. And yes, our genetics is one of the highest commodities on the cosmic black market. So that's why it's important to, understand your placements and, armor up, have a proper psychic defense system within yourself. And yeah, that really stems from the first cosmic law principle of mentalism and keeping our state of mind, properly aligned, refined, defined, and yeah, inclined to just keeping it strong. But yeah. Yeah, so that movie, yeah, it's Hollywood, whatever. I didn't think it's like a super great movie. It's decent for what it is, a lot of action, and it's a little out there. It's like they packed in too much into one movie, it seems, and it's a little bloated. But yeah, overall, if you're looking at these movies with the real eyes, right, that can realize truth and real lies that can be masked and disguised and yada yada. I'm not trying to act all wise with the rhymes, but it's just part of my daily grind, man. Just watching movies and TV and anything allegorically and looking for the the unspoken herd sometimes and all that. Yeah, Rick, the movie is Jupiter Rising. I forget what actors are in it, but yeah, it's one of those outer space movies, and it is pretty cool. And yeah, they got like a base out in Jupiter or Saturn. I forget which one, but I mean, I don't know. They're just leaving a lot of breadcrumbs and even chunks, right? So yeah, we got to understand there's a lot of factions out there. We're amongst many, but we have to feel empowered because they envy us to a good degree, because they cannot necessarily go through a certain biospiritual genesis at a certain point, because they're cut off from source at a certain dimension, if you will. And we are not. Yet we're so heavily veiled and, going through, spiritual Alzheimer's, I guess, if you will, with just the incarnation process and memory wipe type of shit. And yeah, we're cut off from, 12-strand DNA activation type of shit. So yeah, I'm just trying to encourage folks to, dig deep within themselves and just what is available, occulted or not. And yeah, I learned a lot of these things from the likes of Rodney and Seth Exposa. Yeah, you're right. Hex with the movie, yeah. And I think that movie got kind of clowned on by folks that ain't trying to, watch a Channing Tatum type of dude, because yeah, whatever, he's kind of a pretty boy and whatever. It's like, yeah, I just call that, just brush it off like, oh, that's that Hollywood shit and whatever. Like, look past it. People get hung up on so many different things and they're not allowing themselves the opportunity to, see it for what it is, I guess, right? So yeah, and you can take that to the bank with, all types of interactions with folks. And yeah, Rick, had a great conversation with you last night. I'm still kind of buzzing off that. I was talking to you like a couple hours ago with them One Great Work Warriors, though. But yeah, we're gonna have a new show out next week, right? But yeah, conscious relationships, and it really stems from the relationship we have within ourselves. How we talk to others reflects on our self-talk, right? And yeah, Mario West talks about this quite a bit, and as Theo mentioned and inquired about, yeah, I had a wonderful chat with her. Yeah, brother. Yeah. If you're listening on the playback, I stop to read comments sometimes, so boom. Yeah. Well said, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate y'all following me with this as well, for sure, man. Yeah, they literally got to tell us what they're doing, because they feel they can, sidestep all that karmic law, right? But yeah, that's unavoidable. But they can, take some of the brunt off of that by letting us choose our own fucking slavery and being coerced and bamboozled and kind of building the prison for ourselves, unfortunately, right? So yeah, that's what, that true anarchism is about, right? Yes, sir. Yeah, that predictive programming, fuck yeah. And another but yeah, anarchy, no masters, no slaves. That's that true shit that, folks like Hexproof is about, and folks up in the One Great Work Network that Rick is in, and Chris Jansen, Brandon Spencer up in the One Great Work Warriors. Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy. But yeah, also aside from part and parcel, I like that phrasing for sure. And there's also, because these folks are in the know a good amount, so I've also called it, I've only heard like one other person say it, but projective programming, because they're like projecting what they want to happen, so they have to kind of seed it into the collective consciousness over time, kind of like that 9/11 thing. And how many memes have you seen about that? Way beyond the The Simpsons with the Bart Simpson, the 9/11 with the magazine flipped upside down, or not even, I forget, but y'all remember that? Yeah. So yeah, Rick, yeah, Theo was saying we got to have more conversations about this, the conscious relationship dynamic and stuff. Yeah, Mark Passio's, he's the founder of the One Great Work Network, for sure. Our One Great Work Warriors, that's just a crew of 6 folks, and we just kind of do our shows. It was coined by Chris Jansen on his End Evil podcast. You can check out on Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. He does a live stream, and folks can chime in on that. And sometimes he'll do a call-in, so it's cool to call in sometimes. I try to make it. It's 3 a.m. for me to make it sometimes. But, so yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've come across. I didn't hear it for years until I forget when, but yeah, when I heard that for the first time, I was like, yeah, I must start using that more, because it kind of gives opportunity to kind of like explain it more, or even it's almost like self-explanatory for those that can kind of read into those phrases and all that. Folks that have done the shadow work and understand what projection is, right? And understand about getting triggered and not getting triggered anymore, and you can deflect those knee-jerk reactions a lot better and shit too, right? It's like spiritual kung fu, yo. Yeah, Truth Seeker, for sure. Yeah, tap it up. Hexproof reading your... Yeah, Illuminati Congo, they're fucking awesome. I got them in a couple mixes. And actually, there's some mixes that are no longer on YouTube, because even Illuminati Congo's stuff is copyrighted. So I've had some mixes blocked because of that. I thought they were like completely underground, but like a lot of other people that were previously under like more independent labels, like over time, some of these independent labels, I don't know, they just got lost in the shuffle, or I don't know how these things work sometimes. It's kind of speculation, but and a little observation, but yeah, it seems like these larger corporate entities, snap them up or buy them, over time type of thing. And so previous, underground independent artists' music and material is all of a sudden under a bigger copyright umbrella, if you will. But yeah, folks got to make their money. That's real fucking talk. I draw blanks on understanding how artists are making a living off of solely their music alone, right? And that's so much mad respects to all, no matter how much money or followings people got doing that, especially if they're got that quality conscious content about it. Okay, right on, man. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? I'm gonna probably take off in a minute. It's been really cool chatting with y'all. Real talk, y'all. I'm more inclined to do these things more often. It sucks for me to like last upload. I got off the live stream. Half an hour later, this video was no longer available on YouTube because of, again, copyright stuff. So this mix is actually still on my YouTube channel. I mentioned that in the beginning of the show, and it's just one of those things that are buried because some people don't always scroll all the way down. And for those wondering, like, hey man, keep saying like, oh, you've been doing YouTube stuff for like over a decade and this and that, but you'll see in the earlier years on this channel that there's not a whole lot of stuff. But I've had mixes taken off, since 2012. Yeah, and especially 2013, 14, 15, up until like today, man. Shit. Okay, yeah, sorry. These comments. Yeah, yeah, true. They're sneaky as fuck about what they don't tell us up front, and they like act like we're gonna have to guess it or whatever, right? Yeah, Rick, it's great chilling, man. It's awesome seeing more folks. It's like cross pollination. I'm seeing Hex and Theo and other cats in like Rick's shows, and Chris on the live streams, and Will Keller's, and it's fucking awesome, yo. I missed one comment. Yeah, fellas. Right on, yeah. I appreciate you digging the format and just tuning in general. Even if my shit was whack, I appreciate people tuning in. But I'm sure that wouldn't last if it was the case. But yeah. So yeah, much love out there, y'all. I'll be back at it like a crack addict sometime soon. Dag nabbit. But yeah, hopefully this mix won't get taken down. So you can rewind it and play it again, but it's on this YouTube channel, and obviously I got my other links to my other platforms. Odyssey is the best one. And that's great. You can download any video from there immediately from the browser. So you too, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, likewise, Hex, and yeah, I'll catch y'all soon enough. Take care out there, y'all.